Thank you. We welcome everyone to Navodaya, New Dawn Satsang, and New Year Retreat with Acharya Shunya. My name is Maria and I am a Sadasya, which means I am a dedicated member of Acharya Shunya's Vedic study circle, and I have been a student of hers since January of 2021. And it is my honor to open today's Navodaya New Dawn Satsang and New Year's Retreat on January 1st, 2021. Navodaya means the dawn of a new beginning. And in this sacred gathering today at the start of 2025, we reflect on the meaning of Navodaya, a word that beautifully encapsulates the essence of new beginnings and spiritual renewal. It is a combination of two powerful Sanskrit words, Nava, meaning new, and Udaya, meaning dawn or rise. And together they signify the new dawn, a fresh beginning, an awakening, and the emergence of a higher state of consciousness. Today we come together to welcome this new dawn as a global community. We are seekers from all over the United States, Canada, India, as well as the UK, China, South Africa, Portugal, Belgium, the Netherlands, Sri Lanka, France, Brazil, Norway, Sweden, Spain, Mexico, New Zealand, and many other nations. Now I would like to invite Sadhya Atma Jyoti, one of our senior community members, to be our soulful anchor for the day.
Jay Ma, thank you so much, Maria, for that warm welcome. Jay Ma, everyone, welcome to our Navodaya New Dawn Satsang and New Year Retreat. I am so profoundly grateful to be here. This is a day where we are embarking on a journey of spiritual renewal. It is a time of awakening, of rebirth, and regeneration. So through our practices and reflections during this retreat, we'll be creating the space to align ourselves with the spirit of renewal and embrace this opportunity for transformation and growth, personally and collectively. We're so blessed to be here with our beloved teacher. And the invitation here is to let Navodaya be not just a new year, but a fresh chapter in our lives, a chapter that is filled with the light of knowledge, a chapter that is filled with devotion and inner freedom. Just a reminder here to please take breaks as you need to. This is your time for healing, for growth, for renewal, for transformation. So please have water, use the restroom as needed. I'd like to let you know about what the flow of today will be so you all will know what to expect. So we will begin the New Dawn Satsang with Acharya Shunya. This session will help set the tone for our day, set the tone for our new year, and set the tone for this sacred new chapter that we're welcoming in. Following that, we are so blessed to have the soulful kirtans of renowned kirtan artist Jaya Vidyasagar, and she'll be evoking compositions by Adi Shankara. We will return from the second satsang, through which Acharya Shunya will guide us through a very powerful Gayatri mantra divination technique. And this practice, again, is going to support us with receiving a spiritual message for the year, using the sacred 9 words of the Gayatri mantra to inspire clarity and direction. And finally, we will conclude this retreat with a blessing section, and this will be led by Sadhvi Aparna, and Sadhya Gayatri, as well as other spiritual teachers in our lineage. In this sacred space, they will offer blessings to guide us as we carry on this light of the retreat with us. We know that we are here in this moment, but this retreat is a doorway into the practices to come, the days to come, and the devotion and commitment to come. After our retreat concludes, you will receive an email gifting you with a recording of Atma dance with Acharya Shunya. And this will be a practice that, again, brings us home to this theme of the new dawn, this Navodaya, this power, this presence. And you'll be able to enjoy that again and again, not just today. And with that, I now invite Sadhvi Aparna to introduce Acharya Shunya ji and to say a few words to us. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Atma Jyoti. It's so good to be with you all today. My name is Sadhvi Aparna. I've been a devoted disciple of Acharya Shunya for the last 15 years. Spent many of these New Year's explorations with our teacher, and each year has offered something fresh and new. Each year is a new dawn. Each day is a new beginning. I'm very honored to be with you all today. I stand before you today representing the Sadhvis and Sadhyas, these spiritual teachers who are in our organization, our lineage, that have been and are being carefully cultivated and guided by Acharya Shunya herself. We teachers embody the teachings of our Acharya and our Guru Parampara. This is a sacred lineage that has been preserved through generation after generation, passing on the wisdom of the Vedas and the Upanishads with purity and devotion for over 2,000 years. On behalf of our parampara, our lineage, I warmly welcome all of you to this sacred gathering. Acharya Shunya's guidance has deeply shaped our vision, empowering us to transcend individual differences and to embrace a universal spiritual path that honors all beings, something that's especially important in today's era. Her teachings emphasize the interconnectedness of all life, the realization of oneness, and the awakening of our highest potential. Through her wisdom, we have been inspired to share this universal message with the world, offering a space where all seekers, regardless of their background or their culture, can find spiritual nourishment and transformation. So as we enter this new year, let us consider this Navodaya as the rise of our own spiritual journey. This is going to be an opportunity for us to leave behind the darkness of ignorance and step into this light of wisdom, peace, and self-realization. Just as the dawn brings clarity and vision to the world, the inner dawn of Navodaya brings clarity and insight to our hearts. And this allows us to awaken to our true nature and our purpose. I hope for all of us that this retreat is a space for inner growth, for deep connection, and for the awakening of your highest potential. And we will journey together on this path of universal wisdom. So many of you are familiar with our guru and our respected teacher, Acharya Shunya. For those who are new to this gathering, Acharya Shunya is the spiritual head of her ancient Vedic lineage from Ayodhya, India. And this lineage is called the Acharya Parampara. She's the founder of Vedika Global, which is an organization dedicated to sharing the teachings of Advaita Vedanta and Vedic wisdom with modern seekers worldwide. Rooted in a lineage of yogis and sadhus and sadhvis, her teachings and her books are a bridge between ancient spiritual wisdom and contemporary life, guiding individuals towards self-realization and spiritual freedom. Through Vedika Global's free will donation-based Vedic study circle, Acharya Shunya connects with students worldwide, offering a path of learning and transformation that aligns with the teachings of her ancient lineage, the Acharya Parampara. Her work invites seekers to explore the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Bhagavad Gita, and to embrace a deeper understanding of the self and the divine. We are eagerly awaiting her message at this beautiful Navodaya. Please join me in welcoming Acharya Shunya.
Jama, everyone. नूतन वर्षाभिनंदनम सर्वेभ्य sukha samriddhi siddhyatam. As they say in the Vedas, greetings on the brand new yearly cycle of our days. May happiness and prosperity of body, mind, soul be accomplished for all. May you indeed enjoy sukha, happiness, samriddhi, abundance, and the siddhi, the ultimate experience of your own self. Beloved seekers, welcome, welcome to Navodaya. We are gathered here because a new dawn has said hello to Earth. And we Earthlings, we have different bodies that look different, different minds that think differently, but we have one common self. Our deep down consciousness is one. So just like there is a world wide web, there is a www of consciousness, of self. So really deep down, we are one. And every dawn is a reminder that though we are in different parts of the world, we greet the same dawn. The same sun comes and says, I love you, to each one of us. The same moon bids us good night. The same self within us says, know me, and by knowing me, love everyone. And in our Vedic sampradaya, in our Vedic global family, we express our gratitude to the sages, to the Shastra, to the scriptures that have proclaimed that this self, this common self within us known as Atma or Brahman, is no different from God, known as Ishvara. Why? Because this self is indeed the heaven within. This self is Satchit Ananda, eternal consciousness, eternal intelligence, awareness, which is blissful. And knowing the self, we become a knower of the heart of all beings. May this dawn take us towards greater recognition of this self within us, our own Atma. May this dawn help us recognize the self shining in the eyes of not only the people out there who we care for, but even in the eyes of our attackers, our critics, our obstacle creators, because then we will realize that there is a magical godly self that is designing a life for us. And through morning and night, through ease and difficulty, through success and failure, we have reached this point of the new dawn, of the Udaya, the emergence of a liberating knowledge, a uniting knowledge, a knowledge that makes us become the best versions of ourselves, a knowledge that makes us acknowledge our own divine nature, our true potential. Sit with me like this. This is the Durga Mudra. This is the announcement. I am here, and this I is not small. This I is not merely the victim of a tragic tale of samsara. This I is one with the divine. This I is here to witness, to learn, to grow, and to emerge. And every day, this I, projected outwards as the universe, sends us a message. It sends us a new dawn. And dawn is the goddess Usha. And she comes to us giggling like a girl, innocent, sweet, making us new again. And though the new year is a special moment made by humanity by creating the Gregorian calendar, but yet it has Shakti because it has the collective intentionality of millions and billions of people. And whatever we give attention to gives us back attention. Yet bhavam tad bhavati. As we think, so we become. So let us think that this is not just the emergence of a new day on the calendar, but this is the emergence of a new identity within us. The identity that is not limited, but unlimited. The identity that is not alone, but one with all. An identity which is divine within us. To share some verses on the new dawn by Shankara, I have not only invited a Kirtan artist, Jaya Vidyasagar, who I respect and appreciate listening to, but we have also prepared a 4-minute video for you to watch. While I'm no singer, I have chanted from my heart. Please join me. प्रातः स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुर्दात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित् सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागर सुषुप्तिम् अवैति नित्यम् तद् ब्रह्म निष्कलं हम न च भूतसङ्गः. At dawn, I reflect on the true self that brightly shines within my heart. This self is the essence of pure consciousness and bliss, transcending the ordinary states of waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. This eternal Brahman, Atman, undivided and distinct, is who I truly am, not merely an assembly of the 5 elements that compose this physical body. Pratar bhajami manasa vachasamgamyam vacho vibhanti nikhila yadanugrahena yanneti neti vachane nigama avojam tamadeva devam ajam achyutam ahur agrayam. At dawn, I worship with my mind the self that is beyond words and thought, for it is by its grace that all speech is illuminated, described by the scriptures through not this, as words cannot capture its essence. This self is the God of gods, unborn, unchanging, and foremost. Pratar namami tamasa paramarkavarnam Purnam sanatana padam purushottamakyam Yasmin idam jagata shesham asheshamurtao Rajvam bhujangama eva pratibhasitam vai. At dawn, I salute the self, luminous as the supreme sun, transcending darkness, ever complete, the eternal foundation, the Supreme Being itself. In this self, the entire universe appears as an illusion, just as a snake appears upon a rope. At dawn, we bow to the inner sun. The differences are illusory, and the limitations that we experience are blockages, imagined blockages by the mind. One way to shed our old identities that experiences these limitations, that believes in them so much that it manifests them instead of manifesting a new dawn every morning, is to listen to the Gayatri mantra, one of the most revered mantras of the Vedic tradition, to chant it, to internalize it, and then to follow its guidance. And this guidance is ninefold, because 9 words of the Gayatri mantra, each word is a mantra, and each word gives us a direction in life. And when we human beings who are suffering from our self-imagined limitations, very real experience of societal obstacles and the obstacles of age, disease, decay, loss, death, we need some spiritual guidance. And it is traditional in my parampara, in my lineage, to turn to the mantra, the Gayatri Mata, who is like a mother in the mantras, to give us that guidance. I was taught the Gayatri mantra by my grandfather, Baba, who I call Baba, Baba Ayodhyanath. And I was only 4 when I first learned how to utter it. And I remember being excited and learning each word and then running across the hall to my mother to give her that vibration, to chant to her. And later my mother commented that she felt that a tiny Baba was standing in front of her, transmitting her the Gayatri mantra word by word, and that maybe one day I will become Baba Shunya for the world. And my mother, who is no more, who left me at the tender age of 10, her words were prophetic, because now I share these words and their meaning and their clarity and their Shakti to global seekers. And I have been imparting this knowledge to students who gather around me year after year for some time now. With the seekers who've shown up live for this transmission, and for the many hundreds more who, due to time zones, will be watching this recording later or find us on YouTube. I bless each one of you with the transmission of the Gayatri Mantra and that unique word that shall become your Gayatri Guru for this year. And if you are like some of my students who've been with me year after year, then each year becomes an unfoldment of the illusions and delusions, or the revelation of the illusions and delusions, so that we can see through them, no longer act from them, and then come through in life in a more liberated manner, in a free way, in a guided way. And that guidance is not dogma. That guidance does not require us to change our lifestyle, religion, name, clothing, anything. In fact, it doesn't want us to let go of anything but our imagined self-limitations, the cobwebs of our mind. I shall chant this mantra now, but I shall begin the divination in my second satsang through this retreat. And so when we chant the mantra, we first remember the rishi, the sage, the great being, the yogi who gave us this mantra, who is Rishi Vishwamitra. We remember the meter, which is known as the Gayatri meter, in which it is sung. In fact, 80% of the Veda is chanted in this Gayatri meter, though the actual name of this mantra is Savitri mantra, but then it became famous from the meter in which it is sung, which is Gayatri, and the meter is known as Chanda. Then each mantra in the Veda, and we have hundreds and thousands, not hundreds, but like maybe 100,000 plus mantras in the Vedic tradition, which is 10,000 years old, and it precedes or predates any religion born in India. It is more a spiritual way of life, a universal way of being, and dwelling in unity and higher consciousness, which is Veda. Veda comes from the root word vid, V-I-D, which means to know. When we come into the knowing of our true nature, our divine nature, our godly nature, that's what is the Vedic lifestyle. That's what I try to lead seekers who collect with me on occasions like this or in my Vedic study circle. So let me start with that. Om Asya Shri Gayatri Mantraha Vishwamitra Rishihi Gayatri Chandaha Savita Devata Japopanayane Viniyogaha. So the Devata, the godly Shakti that is attached to the Gayatri Mantra, is Savita, the sun god. And we begin with this chant. Please receive with this mudra right here, the receiving mudra with your hands. And after I have chanted, take your hands and put it in your heart. Okay? Whether you know the words or not, whether you know the meaning or not, simply hearing it is the right thing to do in a new dawn, the dawn of our true identity, our true unlimited potential awaits us. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Now I will chant it 2 more times, and this time with added sound focus. Om Bhurvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Receive. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. May your body be blessed. Om Shanti. May your mind be blessed. Shanti. May your being be blessed. Shanti. As we chant Bhuvaswaha with Om in the sacred resonance of this Gayatri mantra, we invoke the layers of existence that surround your true nature, your true self. This is a celestial invocation, bringing forth the vitality of earth, the vastness of the sky, and the cosmic spirit that is everywhere. When we chant Om Bhurбhuva Swaha, our deepest being goes into a state of self-recognition because we recognize our gross body, which is earthly identity, our subtle essence woven through thoughts, emotions, mind, memory, ego, our subtle organs, which is our subtle identity, the private identity behind each body. And then the mantra pierces to our causal karmic core, the deep-seated code of our life purpose, because of which you've shown up right here in this moment, either live or watching this video later, which unfolds the script of our identities. Om Bhurбhuva Swaha is all of that. You're covered. Tat Savitur Varenyam. We turn our deepest inner being, all of this, without distraction, to the divine radiance of Savitur, the Sun Lord. But wait, we discover that just as the golden light of the sun dispels the shadows of ignorance, removes fear and enlightens our being, the same luminous sun, interestingly, we discover through this line, Tat Savitur Varenyam, is also shining within us. The clouds of our self-ignorance have covered it, but it's there, and we begin the journey to discover that inner light. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, we devote ourselves to now be on a spiritual path, to meditate, contemplate, and discover for ourselves this light, this holy fire that burns away our own mental impurity, leaving only the essence of the truth of self, of Atma, Brahman behind. This is the light of awareness. This is the new dawn, the flame of insight that transforms our mundane life and our mundane relationships and struggles into a magnificent journey, revealing the underlying divinity of all creation as self. Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. And finally, with this final verse, a heartful prayer emerges within us, a call to accept the inquiry for divine illumination, to now find that temple of God within us and to find the godly self within us. We ask for enlightenment, prachodayat, not just for ourselves, but for all beings, that together in this new dawn of 2025, may we find our way back one step at a time, one piece of wisdom at a time to the eternal truth. Why are we here? What are we doing? We are not simply biological bodies decaying in time and space. We are that self, that shining self. And may the outer sun with its illumination guide us to finding the inner sun and its illumination. While Om is the sound of that ultimate reality, Bhurбhuva Swaha is the incompensation of that reality in gross, subtle, and causal universes, parallel existences. It is these words, Tat Savitur Varenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat, 9 in total, which are the actual Savitri mantra, now renowned as Gayatri mantra, first mentioned in the Rig Veda and also found in the other Vedas. This mantra that is whispered by the guru to the disciple in their ear when they begin their formal journey. This mantra that becomes a seed within us and does not stop until we become trees, fruit giving trees of knowledge and light for all beings. This mantra, which is said that all the 100,000 mantras, if they are reduced to one mantra, then it is this Gayatri mantra. I humbly offer you these 9 words in the upcoming satsang. May the new dawn not only be a, sufficient level cheerfulness, optimism. Hello, Happy New Year. With then some nibbling doubts in the background of repeating patterns, of um, of regressing back into habits that hurt us, into addictions and dysfunctionalities that have defined us so far. The game changer is knowledge. And the game changer is receiving divine vibrations, which, once heard, cannot be unheard. The universe has chosen, the destiny is here. The 9 words are to be received. We shall continue with a divination exercise shortly. Prior to that, I welcome Jaya Vidyasagar, who I first found on Spotify, and I was magnetized by her voice. And here we are. She's here with us, and she shall chant to you more compositions by our ancestral teacher Adi Shankaracharya from the 8th century, the father of non-dual wisdom, who took the Vedas and systematized it into a path of knowledge known as Advaita, non-dual Vedanta. And Vedanta means where the knowing has ended. Why? Because the experience has begun. So Advaita Vedanta, which is the main focus of my lineage, my teachings, and my soul's quest in this life story, is really summarized as that non-dual knowledge which ends the quest for knowledge, because the experience of that non-dual self begins. May the Gayatri mantra, which has been with me through life's ups and downs, through the death of my mother when I was still a child, the other losses I faced, the breakdown of my marriage, and the shame that followed because, my goodness, acharyas don't have broken marriages. In a history, in a family of thousands of years of recorded history of no divorce, is the breakdown of a marriage the breakdown of a life? Is the failure in relationships, a failure in health, a loneliness on this planet the definitive story? The Gayatri mantra that my guru had shared with me said no. And here I am, a teacher to thousands and a quiet, content yogini in my heart. I invite you to my life, an open book, and a new way of being spiritual, beyond dogma, beyond religion, beyond sectarianism, beyond those little walled behaviors that have become mandated by society, that this is the way to be spiritual, proper, right, good. When all the masks have been taken off, there begins the illumination of Gayatri. And there begins your real story. I am here. Are you here with me? And this new dawn, Navodaya Satsang and retreat, I welcome you to a whole new divine identity. I will see you soon. Let us first be immersed in such sublime music and powerful words of the greatest teacher known to India, Adi Shankara, at whose feet we all sit. And through the blessings of the teachers who have come before me, and in gratitude to the teachers who will keep coming on earth to show us a way, the way to know who we really are, we continue on with our Navodaya Satsang and retreat. I will see you soon again.
Atma Jyoti, would you like to welcome our beautiful performer, Jaya?
Yes, absolutely. Um, I just want to share with you all just a bit about Jaya Vidyasagar, a finance major, but always an artist at heart. Jaya Vidyasagar is trained in both Carnatic and Hindustani classical music. She was fortunate to learn Hindustani classical vocals under Vidushi, late Srimati Veena Sahasrabuddhe of the Gwalior Gharana. And kindly forgive any mispronunciation. Having performed at various prestigious venues and in the presence of former prime ministers and presidents of India, her music, especially the spiritual chants and mantras, have garnered millions of streams and followers across various platforms like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, just to name a few. Since 2018, she's been doing a unique concert called Songs of My Heart in the Bay Area, which is a mix of genres with an ensemble of artists from across the US. After a hiatus of 2 years, Songs of Heart will be back in the spring of 2025, and we look forward to that. She also runs the Swara Ale School of Music in Cupertino, California, imparting Indian classical vocals to students ranging from age 5 to age 65. So now, without further ado, we welcome you. Thank you so much for being here.
Namaste to everyone. Namaste Acharya Shunya ji. It is a blessing to be here on New Year's Day to be able to share this music that is so precious to me, which is just a gift that I have been given, and I feel very grateful that you chose me to share my gift with your beloved students today. The two pieces that Acharya ji also approved and picked for today, the works of Adi Shankara, like she mentioned, the Brahma Jnana Vali Mala and Nirvana Shatakam. Both of them, the crux of both these works is what she just spoke about, and what I think she would be speaking more in detail in the next part of her satsang. I hope you just are able to sit back and just listen to it, meditate, sing along. Brahmagyana Vali Mala is, if you just do a quick Google search, if you're not familiar with it, you will find the lyrics. Just feel free to sing that along. The Nirvana Shatakam is composed in 6 different ragas by my guru, Srimati Veena Sahasrabuddhe, and that is something I would be singing following the Brahmagyana Vali Mala. Thank you again, and I hope you are able to enjoy the bliss of the work of Adi Shankara. असङ्गोऽहम् असङ्गोऽहम् असङ्गोऽहं पुनः पुनः सच्चिदानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः नित्यशुद्धविमुक्तोऽहम् निराकारोऽहमव्ययः भूमानन्दस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः नित्योऽहं निरवध्योऽहं निराकारोऽहमच्युतः परमानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः शुद्धचैतन्यरूपोऽहम् आत्मा रामोऽहमेव च अखण्डानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः प्रत्यक्षचैतन्यरूपोऽहम् शान्तोऽहं प्रकृतिपरः शाश्वतानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः तत्त्वातीत परात्माहम् मध्यातीत परशिवः मायातीत परञ्ज्योतिः अहमेवाहमव्ययः नानारूपव्यतीतोऽहम् चिदाकारोऽहमच्युतः सुखरूपस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः मायातत्कार्यदेहादि मम नास्त्येव सर्वदा स्वप्रकाशैकरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः गुणत्रयव्यतीतोऽहम् ब्रह्मादीनां च साक्ष्यहम् अनन्तानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः अन्तर्ज्योतिस्वरूपोऽहम् कूटस्थः सर्वगोऽस्म्यहम् सर्वसाक्षि स्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः निष्कलोऽहं निष्क्रियोऽहम् सर्वात्मा अचलोऽहं सनातनः सर्वसाक्षि स्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः प्रज्ञानघन एवाहं विज्ञानघन एव च अकर्ताहम् अभोक्ताहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः निराधारस्वरूपोऽहम् सर्वाधारोऽहमेव च आप्तकामस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः तापत्रयविनिर्मुक्तः देहत्रयविलक्षणः अवस्थात्रय साक्ष्यस्मि अहमेवाहमव्ययः दृग्दृश्यौ द्वौ पदार्थौ स्तः परास्परविलक्षणौ दृक्ब्रह्मदृश्यं मायेति सर्ववेदान्तडिण्डिमः अहं साक्षीति यो विद्यात् विवेच्यैवं पुनः पुनः सैव मुक्तः स विद्वान् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः घटकोट्यादिकं सर्वं मृत्तिकामात्रमेव च तद्वद्ब्रह्म जगत्सर्वम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या जीवो ब्रह्मैव नापरः अनेन वेद्यं सच्छास्त्रम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः अन्तर्ज्योति बहिर्ज्योतिः प्रत्यग्ज्योति परात् परः ज्योति ज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योति शिवोऽस्म्यहम् ज्योति ज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योति शिवोऽस्म्यहम् ज्योति ज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योति शिवोऽस्म्यहम्. So this was the Brahma Jnana Valimala. The next one that I would be doing is Nirvana Shatakam. I think this is something that most of you would be familiar with. This is set to 6 different ragas for each of the verses. I hope you enjoyed this musical offering. न च घ्राणनेत्री न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशः न वा पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायोः न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशः न वा पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायोः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदानयः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मृत्युर्नशङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धु न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः आ आ न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभूत्वा च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न चासङ्गतं नैव मुक्तिर्न मेयः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं 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 चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं 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 Thank you again, Acharya Shunya ji. Thank you so much for letting me start my new year with such a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jaya. What a stunning, stunning offering. And I know that we will all be sitting in the reverberation of all that you shared. Um, at this time, I would love to invite folks to express any gratitude, words for Jaya. She just offered us something so special, um, to hold this vibration of renewal and rebirth. So deeply appreciative. Um, and while we're doing that, before I invite our beloved Acharya Shunya back, if you all remember receiving an email about this Gayatri divination practice, we were asked to create 9 pieces of paper where we provide numbers 1 through 9. So this would be a great time to gather those sheets of paper. If you haven't created it yet, get your scissors and some paper and a pen and take a moment to do that. I'll just give a moment here. I'm looking in the chat. Jaya, folks are just absolutely overwhelmed and moved by your voice and all that you shared in these beautiful prayers. So if
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so deeply grateful, just grateful. Thank you. I'm glad you could resonate with the music I do. Thank you.
So if everyone has their papers together for this very sacred opportunity that Acharya Shunya is about to provide us, I would love to welcome back our wonderful teacher, Acharya Shunya, for our second satsang. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaya. Your music brings tears to our eyes. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. I think you have gained several hundred devout followers and fans today. We shall keep following you through your own spiritual journey, and you have such a renowned guru, and you have done your guru proud. Jema. Blessed participants and dear Sadasyas, members of my Vedic study circle, we begin the divination at the feet of Gayatri mantra. The teachings I'm about to give you cannot be found in a book. I think it is up to me to bring this out in a book at some point, but these are teachings from my lineage. This is a parampara, a tradition that I have benefited from Baba. And may the teachings that I give you that have then further developed and strengthened in the laboratory of my own life become yours and give you guidance. I have 9 slips of paper here with the number 1 to 9 written here, and I shall be picking out the number and for myself first, and I shall show you how to do it. But in essence, you have written the number 1 to 9 on 9 slips of paper, and ideally you have them face down. And if you have them in some kind of a sequential order, then go ahead and change that order, randomize it, because we want the universe, the Gayatri mantra, which is the divine aspect of the universe, to guide you in picking the number that is for you. There is no rush at all. Take your time. Keep breathing through this. 9 is not superior than 5 or 1, and 1 is not superior than 5 or 9 or 4 or 3. A mantra works in a circular order, such as the Gayatri mantra. So we do not know what is the beginning here. or the end. Each word from the Gayatri mantra is capable of enlivening the inner sun, the Udaya, the emergence of that sun-like self within. There are things we have to do in this year, such as trust ourselves more or shine our light more. And so we're going to listen to the universe talk to us through the Gayatri mantra. Now, if you had a specific problem in mind, such as how do I approach this set of people, or how do I shine in my career, or what do I do, then be very clear and pick one thing if you want. So I don't do that. I don't ask for specific help. I trust the universe. I trust Ishvara. I trust the Gayatri mantra. I trust the forces that come with the Gayatri mantra, which is the Rishi, Vishwamitra, and the godly force of Savitur, the Sun Lord, which is Vishnu Narayana incarnate. So I trust all that to give me the word. But if you have a very specific ask it now. Dear Gayatri Mantra, please help me figure out, be very clear. What do I have to do? Now, the Gayatri divination is not a divination of what's going to happen, but it's a divination of what is your spiritual path, ideally, in this year of 2025, that will lead you in greater alignment with your boundless self, Atma, with the inner God, Ishvara. You have shuffled the card, you have clarified your ask if you have one. So I'm going to do the same. I will chant once more. Om Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayam. I bow to the guidance of the Gayatri Mantra, the Maha Mantra. I have received the ninth word, Prachodayat, so we'll talk about it soon. Now, I want each one of you to take a moment and pick one word. Take 2 moments if need to. Remove greed, remove grasping, remove hope. Just trust. That's all we want, trust. And just open one number. One number. Whatever will be revealed to you is what is ideal for you, which is what is planned by your larger self for your little self, the struggling self. Beautiful. All right. If you have, and now I'm going to do another divination here. I'm just going to pull the numbers randomly and then read them out. Make me a channel. The Gayatri mantra's God is the sun god, but the mantra itself is the three goddesses, Saraswati, Durga, and Lakshmi together. So may they guide me. So I've picked up a number. So I have the number 6. So we begin with the 6th number. And which one is it? Do you know? Dhimahi. How many of you have Dhimahi? Do you want to write? Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. So if you have received Dhimahi, then congratulations. This is a significant moment in your spiritual path. It is heralding a whole year of deepening your understanding of Dharma, which is a kind of a way the soul lives and not the ego. It is the way your self lives with love and trust, and not the way our ego lives with survival and fear and excessive planning. So the Dhimahi card is inviting you to learn about Dharma and to lead a more inwardly beautiful, meditative, and reflective life, aligning your day-to-day choices with higher ideals. And you can say, well, I don't know Sanskrit and I don't know Dharma and I've not done a course on it. And Shunya ji, I may or may not know about it. You do. Dharma is the innermost whisper of your soul. And so if you trust that, then that is Dharma. And typically you will know it's Dharma or your ego whispering to you, because in the teachings of Dharma, there is some kernel of kindness and goodness for all beings. When Dharma talks to you, it wants to give a dignified out even to the person who's attacking you. You don't want to put them in a corner. There is everybody wins in Dharma. So you want to deepen your contemplation. If you want, you can join my Vedic study circle, because in June, Sadhvi Aparna is going to lead forth 20 Dharma teachings from Bhagavad Gita, which is from my future book, that shall be taught one Dharma value per month. So that's an invitation. And there are, I think, countless books on Dharma from the Bhagavad Gita, which is the ideal source for it. In fact, the Gita is a manual of Dharma. But you definitely want to read some books. You want to try to lead, make choices from that place, and to reflect on your deeper values. For example, your ego might want to react, but your dharma might want to understand someone's no or someone's behavior. You might want to bring compassion more than judgment. So it is an year of stepping up your game in samsara, in life, by seeing every situation as an opportunity for Dhimahi. Keep a journal of your daily experiences if need be, and let life inspire Dharma in you. And my book, Sovereign Self, it has 3 parts in it. And the third part is entirely a teaching on Dharma. So there is one book already out there, and the next one is coming soon. And the learning for that, I'm releasing even sooner. So if you want to learn from me, that's fine. But you know some higher values. You were born with them. You were born with universal love. You were born with the kernel of kindness and compassion. And this year, the universe says, we need you. We need you to trust yourself and your Dharma spine. May Dhimahi, this word, transform you into a light for us, because there are four goals according to the Vedas: artha, survival, karma, pleasure. And all animals and most human beings run after survival, pleasure, survival, pleasure. We stress about survival and then we try to maximize our pleasure. And that's all we care for: artha, kama, artha, kama, artha, kama. Dharma and moksha, these are the higher ideals, and the universe chooses you. You are a chosen one to get this teaching of Dhimahi. Many, many blessings. As you follow Dharma, it is said, Dharma rakshati rakshataha. Those who protect Dharma, as in those who live their life by it, protect it, do not let material values and crazy egotistic ideas erode Dharma within us, those the whispers of the soul within us, then those whispers guide you. I have been guided by Dharma to open up my Vedic study circle without fee, without contracts, and trust that let me do the right thing. And you do not know how many gifts I have received. So when you follow Dharma, Dharma makes you a guardian, and endows you with extra gifts: the gift of contentment, the gift of satisfaction, the gift of knowing that the divine universe got your back. Blessings. We ask Gayatri Mantra to give us guidance again. May I be a channel of Ma Durga Lakshmi Saraswati, of Surya Dev, Surya Narayan, the mantra of Gayatri, Savitri Mantra, is now asking us to look at number 9. How many of you have received number 9, which I also received today? Congratulations to me and to all of you who have received Prachodayat, the 9th word. How many of you have received 9? Blessings. This number 9 is a transformative number. It signifies a transformative year where you are called to ignite, prachodayat, ignition, ignite a divine spark within. Every time you are called, every moment become a matchstick. Strike, 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 strike. Let us strike. What do you strike? The divine flame. And that alone is all you need. Do you need food? Maybe. Do you need relationships? Maybe. Do you need comfort? Maybe. Do you need security? Maybe. But what do you need? You need the light. The light. And that light shall lead you home. Prachodayat is igniting your buddhi, your awareness. We have two kinds of mind: the ordinary mind that needs to stay ordinary because it needs to go find food and learn how to use the knife and fork and turn on the television maybe and pay the bills. But we all have a higher mind, a hidden potential of the mind called the buddhi. And this buddhi, this higher mind, is what the reason you've shown up at this Navodaya Satsang. And Prachodayat is the ignition, the enkindling of the higher mind. It is the awakening of Atma Bodha, the self-knowledge, self-awareness, the higher self. We all say, I'm so-and-so, I'm so-and-so's child, so-and-so's wife, so-and-so's son, I'm so-and-so, I live in such and such house. But who are you really? And Prachodayat is about that. So navigate your life with clarity and courage, and I'm telling that myself. Prachodayat is a number that's reconfirming your spiritual journey. Just like Dhima, he said, you know better. that most people trust that inner voice. Trust that voice because that voice is important. Dhimahi is not learn to operate from Dharma, but that, yes, you got it, show it. And in Prachadayat, you are being told when you feel stuck, when you feel uncertain, step back and reconnect with spiritual self, with your Atma, and immediately you shall feel ignited within and you shall know how to take the next steps, or maybe step back, maybe pause, maybe let go, let everything fall away, and you are burning in sublime recognition. May this year for all of us be filled with growth, inspiration, and enlightenment. As you journey this year with Prachodayat, know that I am with you, and in amidst deep darkness, we shall become the matchbox and the matchstick, and jnanam, knowledge, shall be that friction. Blessings to that. And become a channel. Barago, number 4. How many of you have number 4? Blessings, blessings. The Bhargo is all about your heart. It's all about the light in the heart. Congratulations, a pivotal moment on your spiritual path. Dedicate this year to cultivating and appreciating and enjoying the flowers that you plant in the garden of your heart. Let the heart guide you and let the heart be protected by you. Choose the right company, the right words, the right media, the right books, because what's something's about to guide you from your heart, and you want to protect it. And the heart here is not just the physical organ I'm talking about. I'm talking about the spiritual heart known as the Hidayam. And the spiritual heart is the home of your Atma, of Paramatma, of Ishvara, of Sattva, the higher mind. And so, even though it's non-dual and all is one, but those aspects of you live there. But it can get clouded with doubt or learned patterns of negativity. But this year with Bhargo, know that there is a light that is shining in your heart. There are blossoms that are um, wanting to take full shape with fragrance and color within you. So meditate on that divine light in your hidayam, in your heart, so that it dissolves any negativity, and wait and align yourself for a luminous, positive, knowledge enabled outlook. Say, wait, remember, my word is Bhargo. And Bhargo requires you to meditate daily, to visualize a bright, soothing, purifying light emerging from within you and then enveloping you, clearing away any mental fogs and emotional debris so that you can live in that light. And so imagine if you live from the light of your heart, your spiritual heart, what's going to happen? What's this year going to look like? What's it asking of you to live from that heartfelt authenticity? From that, and that as you do, the more you do, the ear is going to support you every day as you take conscious decisions, remembering your word, Bhargo, communicating from there, forgiving from there, or stepping back from there. but from this place of purity. I remember the year I received Bhargo, and that was the year I committed to thinking pure thoughts. It changed my life. I became the Acharya for you that year. Because you can trust me that when I'm by myself, I'm not thinking thoughts that destroy me or destroy anyone else. They are filled with thoughts of bhakti and yoga and love and joy and puppies and rainbows and good food and a delight in this human journey. I can't anticipate what's going to happen. See, this Bhargo is the emergence of your being from a place where it's not conditioned anymore. See, the mind gets conditioned, but not the heart. You are about to break boundaries and become a most beloved person for all of us. Precious being, blessings and congratulations again. And become with the guidance flow. Savitur, number 2. How many of you have number 2? Tell me. Beautiful. It's all about Savitur. Tat Savitur. Savitur is the radiance, the light of the sun, outer and inner. Congratulations. The radiant divinity and divine symbol of the Gayatri mantra is telling you that this year will be an year of beautiful illumination and inner growth because of it. And you're being called to harness this light, to trust it, and to surrender yourself to this light, and to look, to trust when your mind is full of darkness and doubt and dismay and depression, even, or lethargy and sloth. Wake up. Wake up. If you began waking up early to greet the rising sun, that would be game changing. It's all a virtual game. Change the game. And if you were to meditate on the inner sun, and I believe in my book, Ayurveda Lifestyle Wisdom, in my wake up chapter, which is the second chapter, I believe, I have a sun meditation there. We also did a whole year of Jyoti sadhana or sadhana to for the light to emerge from within us, to pursue that in the Vedic study circle. And I believe those videos are now uploaded on YouTube, so you can check that out too. Either way, we are trying to make all this knowledge accessible and distribute it far and wide because I followed my heart. And what does the year of Savitur mean? It is encouraging you to explore that brilliant light that dwells within you. And you say, what, my light? Gosh, Shunyaji, on some days, I don't know if there's any light. I don't know if I'm alive even. Well, just like the brilliant sun, which is unconquerable, can be covered up by some clouds in our part of the world on the sky. And we say, what sun? There's no sun today, is there? In the same way, the clouds of Maya, of avidya, of ignorance, they cloud up our inner sun, but it's there. A little bit of knowledge, little bit of Advaita Vedanta, little bit of the knowledge of Nirvana Shatakam or Brahmajnana Valimala, those kind of teachings, which these are not just chanted, but understood as a way of life, can shift everything for you. So the year of Savitur is the year of cultivating Atma Jnana, or Brahmagyan, or the knowledge of your true self. Because when that light is a light, this light within you is lending light to me, to the sun, to the moon. Everything comes afterwards. The light within you comes first. Think about it. So embrace practices that connect you to the sun, and embrace practices and disciplines that connect you to jnanam, to knowledge. And if you are already my Sadasya, you are in the right place to unfold Savitar. It's also the time to trust your inner light, to stop doubting it so much, to stop hiding it so much, to stop, apologizing for it. It's not the ego's light, because somewhere this light has some natural luster to it. And you will know it's not your ego's light when your thoughts become nicer and kinder for all beings. The little bee that has broken its wing, or the little mouse that scurries across your kitchen, or the neighbors who are typically pretty loud, and now you feel thoughts like, gosh, they're happy. I'm surrounded by noisy, happy people. So when your thoughts start changing, when you come in more ease, when instead of judging, you experience compassion, then you know that your light is growing. Congratulations again on drawing the Savitur card. Discover your true self. Hitch your wagon to the rising sun. That's all I can say. Light a lamp regularly, a ghee lamp, an oil lamp, or at least a candle. Sit with it, reflect upon it. That Trataka, the yogic sadhana of Trataka, where you look at it and the light becomes a part of you, it no longer remains outer but an inner brilliance. These sadhanas will continue to align you with Savitar. Blessings again. 5. Devasya. It comes right after Bhargo. How many of you have received the Devasya card, the number 5 card? Well, just congratulate yourself. It is an invitation by the Gayatri mantra that it's time to deepen your journey by changing your perception and seeing the divine alive in every aspect of life. As is your drishti, as is your perception, so is your universe, srishti. So as you start changing, and what is this card saying? That this is the work you can accomplish now. Let me step back and say, oh, wow. You will be able to see the divine in this year with a little bit of decision to see the divine in the dog, to see the divine in the maple tree, to see the divine in the crawling snake, to see the divine in the friend, and to see the divine in the guru, and to see the divine in your peers, and to see the divine in the colleagues who are more successful than you, and to see the divine in the underprivileged, the suffering, who are far from you, but you see the divine. So you can do that. Isha Vasedam Sarvam. Isha, the Ishvara, is everywhere, omnipresent, all pervading, not just sitting on some royal seat, but in every corner of the world. It is the world transformed. And so your Devasya card is asking you to cultivate that sacred vision so that the divine can come greet you and surprise you. And you can have those deja vu moments And next year, when we meet again, perhaps for Navodaya, this Devasya card has done its work. And as you see the divine, what happens? People see the divine in you. That's just how it is. And so when your ego starts curdling and the acid of resentment starts growing, and the memories that remind you that you are a victim start showing up again. Hello again, we're here, we never left. Remember this card. Devasya. Let me perceive again this whole drama, this whole Leela, as nothing but divine play. Nothing is random in the universe. Not a particle is out of place. The entire universe to the nano universe is inside tiny particles. Everything is perfect. Then in this perfection, this ugliness has arisen. This misfortune has arisen. This is divine perception. And you are being told that you shall ace it, that you are ready. This is an extremely advanced sadhana. In fact, this is the sadhana. It's so easy to see spirituality in curated social media posts with soft colors and lights, and to travel long distances for retreats. But if you can see the divine in the most unfortunate, ugly, difficult circumstance, who are you then but the divine? Blessings, blessings. You will embrace universal humanhood. You will lead a spiritually aligned life in union with the divine. I am so excited for you. Congratulations again. In my guidance. Number 7. Who has the EO? Number 7. This word from the Gayatri is telling you that this year you can use your higher mind, your buddhi, to discern your path. Because if in the past you have made attempts to go ahead, but then being pulled back again into the web of samsara, illusions and delusions, well, then this year, this is the year to employ knowledge-based discernment to cultivate a spiritual insight that can see the nitya from the anitya, the eternal from the temporary, the important from the irrelevant, the truth from the appearance. For example, say you are in a situation with people where you're uncomfortable. You can step back and develop a discernment. I'm uncomfortable because of these people. This is a temporary situation. The eternal situation is that this is an opportunity for me to pay back some karmic debts, to respond with designer attitudes, to confront hate with deep love within me, deep okayness within me, to be okay in not okayness. Holy warrior, you are a sadhu. You are an amazing yogi. To be steadfast in all that is turbulent. This comes through discernment, which is Dhiyo. Dhiyo is the card of very high Gnana Yoga path, the path of choosing your reality versus merely skidding along the virtual slopes of samsara. I choose to be okay. I choose to send love. I choose to be comfortable when everything feels uncomfortable to my senses, to my mind, to my ego, to my memory. But I am none of that. That is what it is. Shivoham, Shivoham. Mano buddha ahankara chittani naham. I'm not my mind. I'm not just my beliefs. I'm not my ego that is saying, I'm suffering, I'm suffering. I'm not just my memories. See, I suffered then, and then I suffered then, and then you made me suffer that. Not that. I'm Atma, Shivoham. Shiva means Atma. Shiva means that which is boundless, unboxable. I am that. And so this card is an invitation to now create your own reality and to change your script. Everyone talks about change your script, write your script. But Gayatri and the entire Vedic tradition is about being comfortable or not comfortable in your given script. That's the default. A mouse doesn't want to be a mouse, but that's its script. It got it from the universe. It has to be a mouse. The person on the street who's hungry doesn't want to be in that script, but they got it. That's a karma. But the person on the street who is in a deep meditative trance, they are writing a new script. And that's up to us. And so Dio is saying, hello, discern and change your script. Choose Satyam, truth, over Mithya, what appears to be the ultimate truth. But is it? Is it? I questioned, is money the ultimate truth? Is relationships the ultimate truth? Is fame the ultimate truth? Is pleasure the ultimate truth? Or the ultimate truth is that myself, the self within me, and the self in all of you is one. And so I want to hug you. I want to love you with knowledge, the knowledge that rescued me from my script. Let's talk about scripts, then we can spend the whole year lamenting, complaining, remembering, recording, journaling all our sorrows. But with this Gayatri inspired intellectual, intuitive clarity to discern, Dhiyo is the application of the great sadhana of viveka, discerning between truth and illusion. I welcome you to my teachings on Bhaja Govindam, which are now on YouTube. We recently completed it. 31 verses of this beautiful text by Adi Shankara, which clarifies our discernment. And if you have received it, then do study, not only with me, but at the feet of Adi Shankara, so that you can perfect the Dhiyo card. And with this sword of knowledge by you, no demons from within you can capsize your boat to self-realization and self-actualization and the recognition of your true self. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Number 8. How many of you have received number 8? Yona, that is the name. That is the word. Yona. Congratulations on Yonaha card. This is the card of integration, of balance between your worldly persona and your true persona, your spiritual identity. It's not even a persona, it's an identity. Worldly life, name, person, spouse, single, divorced, marrying, about to marry. This is all persona. I am Atma, I am self, I am radically free, I am bliss unto myself, I'm complete unto myself. This is where I find contentment. This is where I find true peace, lasting well-being. This is where I find the light and I become radiant. This is your true identity. This is where I become hungry and thirsty physically, emotionally, psychologically. I feel never enough. I feel discontent. I'm always searching. I'm always looking. I'm always never enough. This is your persona. And this is your identity. And this great card is saying, all right, this is the year. This is the year. Now we can't just get rid of it. We can't just get rid of it, but this is the year this persona and this truth can come together. This is how I am. I have a persona. I'm a mom, a wife, a daughter, a teacher, an author. I have a social media account. Mostly Kim manages it, but then sometimes I do just for fun. But that's my persona. This is my truth. And this persona without this truth is a spiritual orphan. This is a sad creature. But when it is held by your truth, your identity, then it can have fun. And the Yonaha card is inviting you to harmonize these two aspects of your identity. It is asking you to bring balance actually in everything. How much do you take? How much do you give back? How much do you share counsel with others, but do you also practice it on yourself? This year, the three goddesses in the Gayatri and the Savitur Deva, the Vishnu Narayana, the Surya Deva, is asking us to bring a balance and that we will be successful. And in the balancing between our material life and our spiritual life, our worldly ambitions and our spiritual ambitions, our physical food and the soul food of knowledge, when we bring a balance, what's going to happen? We come back as an asset for the whole universe. If I am underslept and I have overstressed on this this Navodaya Satsang, if my persona is working the room right now instead of being authentic, then I cannot be an asset to you. But because my persona is supported by my true identity as Atma, I can be of service to you. Without resentment, without burnout, without tire, without posturing, without craziness, without being in the circus and becoming part of the circus. You can be like a lotus that grows in muddy water, but you can grow tall towards the sun and be your own being. So for you, meditation is not suggestion, but compulsory, because in that meditation, your persona starts quietening and your true identity starts revealing itself, especially the Vedantic meditations that we talk about in, that I keep teaching, and you can check out Sovereign Self. I have a whole chapter called Dhyana, which is on Vedantic meditation. Effective energy management in everything. Now I have sat for so long, now I will walk. I have walked too much, now I will rest. I've eaten, now I will fast. I have fasted only, now I will eat. I've laughed a lot and talked a lot, now I will be quiet. So start balancing all these aspects of your persona like it's true master, because you are that truth. When you receive the card, Yonaha, it is not that you need balance. Come on, get to work, naughty person. Yonaha means, wow. Yonaha is not just ordinary balance. It is the balancing between your Jiva identity and your Atmic identity. And that is a sadhu. That is a true yogi. I am so excited for you. Congratulations again. The last two cards. May I continue to be inspired by the Gayatri mantra, by Rishi Vishwamitra, by Surya Narayan, Ma Durga Lakshmi Saraswati, Baba Yudhyanath, Acharya Shanti Prakash, and the Parampara. May I trust and inspire trust. 1. How many of you have received 1? I believe you may know that word, tat. Tat means that, and that is being referred to what? That is the self. You are being asked and told that this year your focus has to be Atma, the self. Not the self that belongs to people, traditions, cultures, religions, not even the self that belongs to your guru, but the self that dwells in each one of us, the self that you share with all of the universe, the self which is Satchit Ananda, that self which is revealed with the teachings of the guru and the shastra, but the self which is not anyone's possession. It is non-physical, but it is the ultimate reality. It lends life to your physical body, and it lends intelligence to your mind, but it is not the truth. And the body and mind develop this self-assumption that I'm the self. And we lead these tiny lives, but that is about the discovery of the Atma. That is asking you to make a deep dive into the exploration of your innermost nature, the true essence of your being that mirrors the brilliance of a billion suns shining at the same time. Amidst the ever-shifting landscape of your ordinary life, behind that is an extraordinary truth. Discover it. Pray to it. You will find God right there. So that is asking you to embrace your journey. If you are already a student, congratulations. And if you are not, may you find your way to your teacher, to a certain book that changes your life, to a certain teacher whose voice reaches you. It need not just be me. It can be any teacher. My job only right now is to honestly tell you about this card. My work is done. Who knows if I'm your guru or not? But this year, if you have received that, you may find a certain voice, a certain written paragraph, even a certain experience that will call you. And if you do not, then you will feel uncomfortable in the persona alone. In a way that is asking you to recognize the impermanence of relationships, acquisitions. They are there. I also have things in my life. I also have people in my life, but I know one thing now. They come and go. In other life stories also, we've had things and people, but the discovery of the self is most important. So it's an action item is to discover the self, and the good news is self-knowledge. Knowledge of the self will begin shining brightly in your inner landscape if you make a little bit of effort to align with this beautiful card. The final card. Varenyam. How many of you have received Varenyam? Do let me know. Congratulations again. Congratulations to each one of you, and to me, and to all of us who have the Gayatri Mantra looking out for us. Your mission is to embody Varenyam, which means excellence. But oh, there you go. There is the word that the ego just loves and then likes to report on whether it is perfect or not, whether it has made it in the world or not. We're not talking about the ego's paradigm. We're talking about your authentic self, your Atma. So, Varenyam here means leading a life that resonates deeply with the Gayatri Mantra, with all these words. Even if you didn't receive a certain word, it is unfolding a landscape for you. And I want you to review this recording again so that you can take notes and get ideas on how to lead a Gayatri blessed life. This is a Vedic lifestyle of Dharma, of balance, for example, of cultivating discernment. So in this Varenyam card, it is asking you to lead a life that is filled with luster by aligning with your true purpose, with your true identity. So it's something that is aligning with that basic theme of Atma or Brahman. What we began the new dawn about, of discovering that self and leading a life by it. So it's not excellence that is conventionally thought of as excellence. In fact, sometimes letting go of that excellence, that conventional excellence, may be just what the Gayatri Mantra is suggesting you to do. And reflecting on dharma, reflecting on cultivating your higher ability for viveka or discernment between truth and illusion, to truly empower your life with a deeper truth. Excellence can come by being yourself. Excellence can come by removing the mask of habit or custom or tradition. Excellence can come by refusing to stop, but continuing to surrender and evolve. Because spirituality is not a destination, it's a lifelong evolution. Why? Because each day, each dawn is an opportunity for self-recognition. It's an excellence in our duty towards our loved ones. You know, the river, it does not quench our thirst for any reason, but it's playing a duty. This is karma yoga. It's a duty in the universe. The sun is shining, it's its duty. The tree is giving fruit, it's its duty. Do your duty and be free. It's my duty to teach. It's my duty. I'm soon traveling to take care of my aged father. It's my duty. Do not think twice. It's my duty to shower and eat healthy food. It's my duty. But what is my right? My right is to be free, to be complete from within, to love and be love. That's my right. So, excellence is really about not just being follower of the masses and the mass values, but to be a true leader in your thinking. And so this year, Gayatri Mantra is saying, be a leader. How much time do I have left, Aparna?
You have about 6 minutes. A
Then I
little
would
more.
like to tell you the story of a true leader. It is the story of Rishi Vishwamitra, who was the giver of the Gayatri Mantra, a seer of the Vedas. And Rishi Vishwamitra was originally a king. He was a soldier, a king, a political figure. And he came across another Rishi, Rishi Vashishta from our lineage. And he became deeply envious inside him because Rishi Vashishta had a cow that fulfilled wishes. And Rishi Vashishta's needs were very little, like milk maybe, or peace in the ashram. But the king wanted that cow for itself, so it waged wars. But the cow protected the ashram and Rishi Vashishta. So it realized that Rishi Vashishta had yogic power. So Rishi Vashishta's ego decided to become a yogi, but it was an egoic path. And so it gained a lot of spiritual capacities, but then people came to this yogi and praised him or asked him to do stupid things to show his miraculous powers. And when he did it, he lost all his tapas. Gradually, he realized that the path to ascendance and self was not power play by force, yogic sadhanas by force, by the egoic version of excellence. He was trying to be the excellent rishi who could, who could be higher than Vishishta. And then he had even a desire to kill that other rishi at some point so that he could be the highest. So at some point he crept into the house of Rishi Vashishta to murder another rishi. Like when we become really small, when our ego becomes really resentful, when our ego becomes really wanting to be supreme, it wants the other to just be removed by the universe so that you alone can exist in your egoic fortress. And he heard that other rishi talking to his wife, Arundhati, who is our yogini mother in our parampara. And she said, why don't you acknowledge him? All he wants is acknowledgement of his own powers. And you know what Rishi Vashishta responded? He said, I won't acknowledge Vishwamitra because if I acknowledge him, then I am not his teacher. I think I'm his teacher and I love him too much. So I won't give him fake news that you've realized you've arrived. And I don't know what happened, but it was meant to be that when Rishi Vishwamitra, while hiding, heard these words of love, at that moment his ego collapsed. And all his sadhana transformed him in his persona collapsed. And all that remained was his true identity, the Atma. And in that moment, he not only saw the fallacy of his ego scheming, plotting, doing a million pranayams and sun salutations to get ahead. Now it was just love and the fallacy of it. And he went into this sublime space of Atma. He had this intimate union with all. And when he saw Vashishta and his wife, he didn't see others. He just saw parts of him that he had projected out to remind him of his right path. And amidst this ego's craziness and delusions, the king Vishwamitra woke up to become Rishi Vishwamitra. Now he was a true Rishi with no claims, no heirs, and not even guilt for being stupid. Because the ego can become stupid, the ego can make mistakes, the ego can become murderous or even a criminal. But I love the Vedic tradition for saluting this criminal-minded person transforming into a saint. And at that time, Rishi Vishwamitra became a rishi for all of us. He went on to contribute to the Rig Veda. And we have many, many compositions by him. And one of them is the great Gayatri mantra. So what the Gayatri mantra does is it changes our ego. And it's not because we are bad, naughty people, so our ego needs working out, but it's that same ego within Rishi Vishwamitra that became awakened. So we want to just transform our ego from being dark or ignorant to being lit and enlightened. We need our ego. We just need it to wake up to the reality that it is part of something big, vast, beautiful, bright, and lit. And so we have this unapologetic Vishwamitra giving all of humanity the gift. And then it was his mantra that he saw in the sky of his pure heart that became the greatest mantra of the Vedic era. And then even Rishi Vishishta and Arundhati bowed to him. There was no superior, less or more. We were now equals in the land of enlightenment. That is why in the Vedic era, we have a guru who is a prostitute, who, who awakens to the truth of knowledge through her prostitution. She was a prostitute because that was her karma. She was born in the womb of a prostitute. She knew no other business, but who she thought, who she became, and who she worshipped, she became a guru. So we have criminals who are enlightened, and we have pretend enlightened people who are criminals. So the Gayatri mantra is the true, the real deal. No matter which word you have received, if you remember it and use it in your life, you will benefit. Every year, I draw this, do this divination for myself, for my core students, and we were doing it for a long time inside Vedika Global, but now I'm doing it with the world. May you benefit. A word of advice, do not draw again, because that creates a break in the trust engagement that you are doing with the universe. Just trust that one word that came through. Yes, you can write these words and help your partner or someone significant who respects this. It's very important to respect this and has respect or an okayness with myself as its channel to follow this, but they can watch the video and then take their part. So if you have a friend or a colleague you want to share with, then you can do that, but do it only once. When I use Prachodayat as a spiritual teacher in my life, what does that mean for me? It just means I'm going to be pretty lit up, a big hot pile of flames. And so, Sadasyas, get ready. We are just going to trust that and be part of that and let the ego burn away. Let its foolishness burn away and let its light be revealed. So with that, I conclude my satsang. I would love to hear from you. You can leave one word, how the divination sat with you. So words like feeling guided, hopeful, led, enlightened, supported, interesting. I will sit with it. Share with me, and Atma Jyoti can read out a few of those messages.
Okay, we're having many messages come through. We have present with spirit, guided by wise soul. Thank you. True to the path I'm on right now. Enlightened, a blessing. Without a doubt, synchronicity. Deeply grateful, wonderful, very resonant, empowered, aligned, blessed, and reassured.
Beautiful. Now take that one slip of paper or whatever way you did it. If you can put it in a special box, and if you don't have a piece of paper, you did some other way, however, but if you can write that number, that word, and put it in a sacred space in the middle of a Bhagavad Gita or on your altar. So, and you can even write the year in which it came through. You will have a good time. Before I go, one story. There was this student who had less faith in her Acharya and in herself and in the universe. So she took that card 3 times, and all 3 times she got the same message. But do you know where that student is? No longer with me. Because when you don't trust the universe, you don't trust yourself, you don't trust anything, you just wander around in the streets of craziness. So bring reverence to the Gayatri mantra, bring reverence to the divination, and trust that a mantra that is 5,000 years old, a lineage that is 2,000 years old, is telling you something. Trust it, walk that path, and only next year can you really know if you were guided or misguided. Be with this knowledge. It can only leave you with wonderful prasad, fruit. Jema, take care. Happy New Year again. Blessings on a knowledge enabled, wisdom blessed, and oneness supported New Year.
Thank you, Acharya Shunya. What a beautiful series of satsangs. We are continuing our day, so I want you to know we're still here up through 11 o'clock, so stay with us. You might have gotten the sense with these numbers that there was a lot of information, but also that maybe you sense that it's just a drop in the ocean, and that is the truth with the Gayatri mantra. I want to invite everyone actually to join Acharya Shunya this March. She's doing a series, and it's been many, many years since she's done a deep dive specifically into the Gayatri mantra. And in March, she's doing a 4-week course open to the public on the Gayatri mantra and other Gayatri mantra sadhana practices and deeper meaning in all of these. So this is a good start to your Gayatri mantra journey for the year. This number you've picked, this letter, this word. And then you can learn even more in March. So sit with it, and you're all welcome to join. You can go to acharyashunya.com for that. So we are here. How is everyone feeling? We've had such a beautiful retreat already. I feel so full myself. I have a lot of perfection feeling of someone mentioned synchronicity in the chat, and I know that I am feeling like the number I picked, which is 8, was a very synchronous word for me. This finding this deep balance and integration of Jiva and Atman, of coming together internally and greeting the world. It's so beautiful. So how's everyone feeling? Are we ready to explore a little bit more in our blessing circle? You can share in the chat. So we've received this gift of these words, this theme for our year, and we are celebrating this on the 1st of the new year. We're celebrating this new dawn, and this resonant theme of blessings is coming through. We've received a blessing, not only this retreat, but this deep word, this thought process to get us moving forward into an area of our life. And now there's a really powerful practice within our lineage and in all Vedic lineages of bringing our blessings forward for others. So Acharya Shunya taught earlier on this, but where are we lacking in our own life? Where do we want? Where are we seeking? Being able to show up for the world, being able to show up for others, being able to offer our blessings to the world is one of the most beneficent and best ways that we can receive those blessings for ourselves. So today, today I'm Sadhvi Aparna again. Today I and Sadhya Gayatri will be leading a how to offer a blessing section, and we are blessed with so many attendees today, so many live attendees. So rather than a community circle where we'd all be able to share live, we are going to be taking some of your blessings as we walk through this process and sharing some of them. And I have some recorded blessings as well for some senior students that were not able to be here live. And so before we begin, I wanted to share with you Sadhya Gayatri, who will be hosting this with me, is a long-time student of Acharya Shunya's, and she's been a pillar of our community. She supported Acharya Shunya's educational mission through her work with the Awakened Self Foundation, and she's also the lead facilitator for our monthly Samsara Surfers classes, and that's available to all of our Vedic Study Circle members. So these are beautiful live community sessions where we have interactive experiences and practices and learn how to surf the waters of samsara, this earthly experience together in a more enlightened way. So together we are going to be sharing a beautiful blessing practice to take our highest intentions forward on this new dawn. And I wanted to begin when Acharya Shunya reached out to see if I would help facilitate this. She was talking about blessings, and it immediately reminded me of a selection from the Ayurveda Lifestyle Wisdom book. And it's a beautiful sharing from Acharya Shunya on releasing healing intentions into the universe. And I thought, there's no better way to explain what this practice is than to listen to this. And this is a conversation between Acharya Shunya and Baba. So please join me. And I'll be doing this reading, and then we'll get to a part where I'm going to lead a blessing, a universal blessing. And we'll put a slide up when that happens, and I'll let our AV team know to add that slide. And then I will invite Gayatri to lead us in a universal blessing, and then also guide us on how each of us can develop a blessing that we want to offer to the world. So much around New Year's in our samsaric life is about making, we have our New Year's resolutions, we have our intentions, and this is a way of including a broader context to those intentions. So join me as I read aloud. Releasing healing intentions into the universe. One fully bloomed, heavily scented red rose, 2 water lilies, one yellow, the other white, one shy marigold still opening her orange-colored petals, and one splendid lotus, a vivid pink. I remember carrying these 5 flowers in my flower basket to River Saryu, accompanied by my Guru Baba. I was almost 24 by then. It was the last autumn my teacher spent with me in his earthly body. It was almost morning. A majestic October sun was about to rise and sprinkle its golden radiance on us. First we meditated next to the river as usual, and then sat beside it silently, as if in communion with all of nature and the hidden spiritual reality that expresses itself through all of us. Then I released the flowers, one by one, into the flowing river as Baba watched me silently with his compassionate, all-knowing eyes. Baba's body was older now. He was almost 90, and I was the physically stronger one, taller than him, my legs withstanding the strong waves as I entered the river. And yet my Guru's presence was ageless. River Saryu seemed to simply grab the flowers with her immense arm-like waves, as if she were waiting for them, and then equally suddenly they disappeared into her watery deluge of eternity. After monsoons, the river appeared no less than a mighty ocean. Her depth was incomprehensible, her intentions indiscernible, and her power immeasurable. After I had released the flowers into the river, we chanted together, master and disciple, in one voice, an ancient mantra for the health and providence of all beings. We wanted our blessing to reach all beings in all types of bodies, visible and invisible to our human eyes, dwelling in all realms of existence. Won't you join me in chanting? Om Sarvesham swastir bhavatu, Sarvesham shantir bhavatu, Sarvesham purnam bhavatu, Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In this blessing, may there be well-being in all. May there be peace in all. May there be fulfillment in all. May there be auspiciousness in all. Om, peace, peace, peace. May all beings have health and well-being. May all beings enjoy peace and serenity. May all beings experience fulfillment and contentment. And may all beings know divine auspiciousness. Peace, peace, peace. The chant had ended, but it seemed to be echoed by the sky, the river, and the rising sun. My heart, body, and mind embraced complete stillness, because I knew intuitively that today, after many days of silence, my teacher would reveal to me yet one more gem of wisdom that would change my life forever. Baba spoke very quietly, and I had to strain to hear him above the crashing waves of the river. He said, Shunya, now these flowers will always be with you. Always. When we open our hearts and offer to the universe our noblest and purest of intentions for all beings, then these thoughts, magnified by the power of cosmic sound, gain an infinite momentum. They travel everywhere in this ever-expanding conscious universe, and yet will somehow circle back to you and bless you again and again, ad infinitum. That day, my Guru Baba evoked my highest order of thinking to connect to a grand, interconnected reality of existence that I may not immediately perceive with my physical eyes, but I can conceive of under instruction of my Guru. Baba spoke as if directly to my soul this time. Imagine your being, many decades hence, blessed by these flowers. They will come back to you in the form of true grace, knowledge, wisdom, a helping hand, or a kind eye in times of distress and uncertainty. These flowers shall set you free from your suffering of body, mind, and soul. When you set into the universe blessings for all beings, the blessings shall come back to you many times more. Today we're going to set our intentions. Whatever we set into a universal motion with compassion in our heart will come back to us exponentially, because spiritual oneness is the underlying reality of our physical existence. So that is what we are doing today. We're going to set forth our intentions and know deeply that we will receive back those intentions. As a word of contemplation for all of us, we are always setting our intentions forth into the world. It behooves us as spiritual seekers, as spiritual followers of truth, to pay attention to what intentions we're setting forward. So all intentions are set forward, and we get to choose whether those intentions bring blessings for the world or whether they clog our perception and align us more closely with everyday matters and samsara. So you're going to make an intention regardless. I encourage you to make an intention that is a blessing. That's what we can do on this new dawn, is to commit ourselves to making a really beautiful intention and to make each aspect of our life a beautiful intention for the blessings for all. So, a simple word. Are we feeling inspired? Are we feeling intentional? How are we feeling? You can add it to the chat. Beautiful. guided, inspired, refreshed, strengthened, grounded, contemplative, grateful, loved. Before we begin our practice, I wanted to invite Sadhya Gayatri, who's going to lead us in another mantra. And this is another universal mantra. And this will help us also to kind of hone our vision as we see how we might offer our best wishes to the universe and how we can potentiate our desires for the good of all. Gayatri, will you share?
Thank you, Aparna, for the kind introduction. Dharma, everyone. It is my absolute honor and blessing to be with you all today in welcoming the dawn of yet another year. The mantra I will chant now, as Aparna explained, expresses a wish for auspiciousness and well-being to all aspects of existence. If we can have the AV team out the slide.
Jaya, hold on, Gayatri. I will share that slide in one moment.
And if you know this, please feel free to join me. Om Bhumi Mangalam, Mudaka Mangalam, Agni Mangalam, Vayu Mangalam, Gagana Mangalam, Surya Mangalam, Chandra Mangalam, Jagat Mangalam, Jiva Mangalam, Deha Mangalam, Mano Mangalam, Atma Mangalam, Sarva Mangalam, Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu, Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu. The word Mangalam means auspiciousness, and in this chant we invoked blessings in the natural order, starting with the 5 fundamental elements of earth, water, fire, air, and sky. We then extended the blessings to sun and moon, whose energies profoundly impact all life on earth, and to the entire world, encompassing all beings, and then the individual body, mind, and soul that form life itself. The mantra then concluded with the repeated affirmation of Bhavatu, 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 which anchors these blessings into manifestation. So that's the universal blessing mantra for you all. Back to you, Aparna.
Just a note for everyone, we will make sure, there's a lot of interest in these mantras, we will make sure to include them in our follow-up email so that everyone has them for ongoing. And so there was another question in the chat. That reading came from Acharya Shunya's book, Ayurveda Lifestyle Wisdom, and it is such an incredible resource for everyone. And it's about Ayurveda, but it's actually really about the spiritualized Ayurveda, which is this integration of a full and complete Vedic path. So Ayurveda is the science of life. And in this book, there are many, many beautiful practices and blessings and ways that we can connect deeply to that part of ourselves, which is apparent and enlivened in everything and everyone and every being on this planet. So there's also the Gayatri mantra is in that book as well. So Gayatri, I think this would be a great time to invite everyone to gather some paper together, and why don't we start our practice now? And our practice is going to be, you've heard from our universal practices. You've seen this you've seen this way that we can begin to take our intentions forward. I'm going to invite Gayatri to share another part, which is to say, let's get a practice. How do we actually make these personal wishes universal, so that we can help to guide students and participants in how they can craft their own blessing for the new year? Because that's what our practice here is going to be, is to craft our own blessing for the world. Gayatri, would you share your personal blessing, and then also convey maybe a little bit about how you got through to that universal part, from your own inner desires to how that manifests in the world and how you can bring that forward?
Sure. Thank you again, Aparna. First of all, what a beautiful practice. Yet again, from the ocean of treasures of Vedic wisdom, especially in a world that we live today that seems to be more and more every day plagued by I, me, myself. What's a beautiful reminder that we all are deeply interconnected, and what benefits one benefits all. Some of you know me from Vedika Global Days, when you used to share this part of me, that I am someone who does annual goal setting very religiously. I've never done it this way until Vedic wisdom, right? So it's been a profound impact on me, especially as I sat down to do it this year yesterday. So I internalized it, and the story of Acharya Shunya going to the river Sarayu with Baba, that entire scene, if you will, played in my head. And I was, right along with Acharya Shunya when she was releasing the flower into the river. And I could feel that water, rippling in circles. And I could see that ripple coming towards me, right? And so when it goes in a circle and it's coming towards me. So had such a profound effort on me. And today, in fact, when Acharya Shunya shared that she no more asks anything specific to the universe, and she trusts the universe to bring what it thinks it needs to. It was yet another light bulb moment for me, because the goal setting process that the Western, the modern science teaches is to be very specific, right? Smart goals, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so this year, I am asking universe to support me with my health, stability in the work that I do in the world, and balancing my personal journey and the personal pursuits and the spiritual journey. So I'm going to read out how I took this and made this a universal blessing, right? May health blossom in every being, bringing vitality and peace to all. May stability anchor all our endeavors, fostering benefit and prosperity for everyone. May we find balance between spiritual growth and worldly joy, creating harmony within and around us. Bhavatu, bhavatu, bhavatu. That's my universal blessing, personal universal blessing for us all and to the entire universe. With that, I think, Aparna, should we put out maybe a clock for 3 minutes for everyone to write their blessing?
Perfect. And I'll play a little music for us. So you'll have 3 minutes, and this is a great time to make that blessing for yourself and the world. Welcome back, everyone. All right. So I trust that everyone found something that came to them that they wanted to bring forth to the world. You are welcome to share in the chat if you feel ready to do so. You're welcome to share your blessings. You can continue to do so over the next few minutes. And we will read out loud a few of them. And we will also share a few that we've received in up till now. So I wanted to invite, let me invite Sadhya Atma Jyoti to share his blessing with us.
Thank you, Sadhvi Aparna. My blessing today is, may we all connect with the Supreme Divine within us, and may we live our lives from that place and cultivate interdependence, freedom, love, regard for all beings, and radical care for everyone.
Beautiful. Thank you, Atma Jyoti. Radical care. Yes, may we all have radical care for everyone. Let's see, we have a few coming in. From Jayanti, may every being know in every moment what truly matters, who we are, and what unites us. May our innermost being shine forth with this understanding. Beautiful. I'd like to invite Marika to share her blessing.
Jaya, good evening, everyone. My blessing to the world. May we patiently and diligently continue to cultivate a luminous mind that reflects the divine joy in the entire universe. Jaya.
Thank you. Cultivating our luminous mind. Beautiful. I'd like to invite Maria to share.
Thank you, Sadhvi Aparna ji. May my blessing for the world is that may all experience Burnam, or fulfillment, or contentment. May we all awaken to or grow in our awareness of the purity, fulfillment, and wholeness which is always present within, witnessing divine and unaffected by the waves which may rise and fall in the ocean of worldly samsara and experience. May all experience contentment, knowing that whatever circumstances arise are part of that divine lila or play, and we are supported by that all-pervading divinity that is in and around all of us. Bhavatu, bhavatu, bhavatu. Thank you, Jema.
Thank you, Maria. We'll read a few more from our chat. Lakshmi shares in a very Lakshmi manner. May all beings experience the divine guidance that puts them squarely and abundantly in their dharmic roles. May it come with peace and ease. Yes, beautiful example. We can wish abundance for all. You know, when we are wanting to experience that abundance within, wishing it for everyone. This is a beautiful way. I wanted to share another one from another student. This one is from Kavya Aslam, who joins us from all the way from China right now, but she has gone to sleep, so she sent me her blessing. She shares, may we not only wish happiness, health, safety, prosperity for ourselves, our loved ones, or the people of our nation, but go beyond that and wish for the end of the troubles and strife of this dark age for all beings. May we all act with kindness, love without boundaries, protect all beings with Dharma, so that this kindness and well-meaning circles around and finds us again and again in different cycles of births. And may we all dispel the darkness in our hearts with knowledge of the self to realize our ultimate nature, which is light, peace, and divine love. Beautiful. Yeah. I would like to invite for a live sharing is Anjali. Tammy, are you here?
Jaya, can you hear me? My wishes. May all beings be lovingly held until the breathtaking fragrance of our collective blossoming brings a smile to the face of the divine and leaves the infinite spilling over with our love. Until then, may any progress we make on this spiritual journey amplify to benefit all beings everywhere, and may any and every effort we make, no matter the size, help all beings find their way home to love. Jai.
Thank you. Thank you, Anjali, and congratulations on your name. Beautiful. Let's see a few more from the chats. May every sentient being experience contentment and joy in the true self. Bhavatu, bhavatu, bhavatu. May all beings see the divine in every aspect of the world. May all beings see the divine in each other and themselves. Yes. That's from David. And David, your blessing and my blessing are very, very similar. I share that wish. Beautiful. All right. Let's see. We have another from a senior student, Janya. In times of bitter darkness, may each remember the illumination within. Like one candle igniting another, sharing this light with another brightens us all. Each of us today gets to be that one candle for everyone that we meet. So this is how we set those intentions. So do we want to be a bucket of water, or do we want to be a candle lighting the wick of another? This is our choice, and this is our opportunity. We have another share from Sadhya Soham. He shares, my prayer for the world is for health, stability, and balance. The ability to see truth and to follow the path of knowledge. With an open heart, feel love and compassion for oneself and the other, seeing the self in all. Yeah. Health, stability, balance, these are all beautiful, beautiful supports for our being able to be that light for others, to be that steady flame in the world. Let's see, do we have a few other shares? Jenny Lane shares, may our hearts be light. May we be filled with wonder, peace, and deep trust in the flow of all things. May we feel carried and held by the universe and the rishis. May we feel our Dharma. May we feel connected to all human beings and all beings in general. May we feel an infinite softness towards everyone and everything. That infinite softness is a gift. It is a gift of this knowledge, this being able to surrender into softness in an environment which honors that while holding firm and steady in our discernment. This is the path. This is really beautiful. Thank you. Some other shares before we close. May minds, hearts, ears, and eyes open to what is true and good. Yes, these senses, when we are aware of what they're doing, are great tools to engage in this world, and may they be open to what's true and good. Another practice that we can all invoke is to be really aware of what our senses are doing this year. Where are they going? What are they attuned to? What are we imbibing? What are we consuming with all of our senses this year? This is another way that we set our intentions, what we focus on. So even in terms of what we focus on with our senses. And if you found yourself prior to now allowing those senses to run a little amok, rein them in like the horses, rein them in and see how that changes the power of your intentions and the quality of those intentions. Thank you. May we all awaken to the light that dwells in all beings. Yes. And may all beings' spiritual hridaya, or that spiritual heart mind, be open and blossom. That's from Rochelle. So many beautiful blessings, beautiful shares. Yes, may we all find mental peace, physical health, and spiritual companionship. May everyone trust in the divine order with gentle awareness. May we find passion for life that is unattached to outcomes. This is a beautiful intention. To be unattached to outcomes is that's the heart of karma yoga. And I do want to encourage everyone to, if you're not already a member of the Vedic Study Circle, please join, and you'll have access to Acharya Shunya's Karma Yoga teachings, which are going to begin in February. And that, how do we operate and navigate the world without attachment to outcomes, but while doing our Dharma, while fulfilling our spiritual obligations and taking right action in the world. And this is going to be the focus of 2025 in our Vedic Study Circle. Beautiful. Yes, and Jayanti Maranella shares, may we all be the light for those who are in the dark. May we all trust and surrender to Ishvara. May we all follow Dharma, and may we all have clarity. Beautiful. Beautiful. So many beautiful blessings. Yes. May all beings' hearts be a portal flowing with endless love like a river, and may that flow nourish us all. That's a beautiful reflection, I think, to imagine ourselves as being able to be conduits of an endless river of love. And so when you feel maybe a little dry and parched, when you feel a little bit resistant and blocked up in your engagement with the world, just remember that portal in the heart exists. And in that portal is an endless river like the Sarayu in after the floods, this endless, beautiful, boundless river of love and knowledge and connection. With that, we have one more offering, and this is we have many offerings, but one more that we have time for today, and that is from Sadhvi Ishani, and she is my co-companion study teacher, and she's in India right now, and she stayed as long as she could stay awake for this, but she also sent a video, so I'm going to attempt to share that right now, and bear with me.
Jaya. I'm recording this right now on the morning of the 1st of January, and I wanted to record mine from this shining garden area full of light, because my prayer and my blessing for the world on this special day is to continue to awaken to my inner light. And my prayer is that may this inner light of self-awareness continue to shine through my thoughts, through my speech, my actions, and may everything that I say and do be infused with that light of self-awareness and truth, oriented to being in service of the highest good of all. And the universal prayer there is that may this light of self-awareness dawn in the hearts and the minds and the bodies of all beings everywhere. Yeah, my prayer is that all beings, myself included, feel the joy and peace and oneness that is our collective nature. So in that spirit of awakening to light and letting it shine out through our entire being and meeting that light in the being of all others, I welcome this new year. Jaya.
Before I sign off and welcome Atma Jyoti to lead us out of this wonderful retreat together, I wanted to offer my special gratitude to our teacher, Acharya Shunya, who's brought us not only today's beautiful teachings and wonderful divination, but is continuing to bring just with such open-hearted, unreserved generosity these teachings forward, making them available to me, to you, to future generations. It is so rare and so special, and I am so grateful. I am delighted to be able to offer in any simple way something that supports that mission. I encourage all of you to do the same. Come to class, devote yourself, focus in, be a source of light, be that river, come back, and share and let others know. Thank you. And thank you for spending your January 1st with us. This has been a beautiful new dawn, and I welcome Sadhya Atma Jyoti back.
Jai Ma. I'd actually just like to take a few moments to just pause and really feel into the gratitude for all that's been shared. It's been such a profoundly potent morning, and I imagine that others are feeling the way I am, which is just pretty riveted and touched on this first day of the year. So I just want to invite us to just take a couple of breaths and feel into that gratitude, that spaciousness that has been created, this phenomenal gift that we've been given by Acharya Shunya, and also by this lineage, this river that flows over millennia, from teacher to teacher to teacher. Thank you. Acharya Shunya, I want to thank you on behalf of all of us for lighting that lamp in us again, as you always do, for reminding us who we are, for beckoning us home over and over and over again. I want to share with all of you briefly the very first time I ever heard Acharya Shunya speak or teach was in 2006. This was a couple of years before I was her student. And as we know, as she said, there's not a particle out of place. There are no such thing as an accident or random in this cosmic universe. And she was offering a workshop on Ayurveda. And the very first words that came out of her mouth, the very first things I ever heard our teacher say was, "I come to you from my heart. I come to you from my heart." That was the very first thing she said. And as we sit here on this first day of 2025, I'm so moved because that truth remains. And we're so blessed to sit at the feet of a teacher who comes from such a genuine, authentic place, who has pushed past veneers and masks to bring us the truth of who we are, and to do so with such grace, such brilliance, such humility, and such rootedness. So first and foremost, I want to profoundly thank Acharya Shunya on behalf of all of us. I also want to give a very special thank you to our esteemed guest, Jaya Vidyasagar. Thank you so much. Your music was What an accompaniment to these teachings and to this reception of these gifts today, to this homecoming. I also want to thank Sadhvi Aparna, Sadhvi Ishani, and all of the sadhyas. Gayatri, thank you so much for leading us through that beautiful practice. Soham, Samya, and all of the sadhasyas who work behind the scenes. I know you guys, we look at Sadhvi Aparna, she makes it look so smooth and easy. There's so much that goes into making these things happen. So I just want to really acknowledge and give my sincere gratitude for all of the effort, the energy, the time, and deep intention that goes into making these programs possible. Thank you for all of your heartfelt seva. I also want to thank all of you for being here this morning. You could have been anywhere in the world this morning, but you chose to be here across time and space, across the illusions of boundaries and borders and time zones. We have managed to find ourselves here. What a gift we've been given. I want to encourage all of you to stay with this invitation to carry the wisdom of today forward. This is but the beginning of a brand new chapter. As Acharya Shunya has reminded us, this new year is symbolic for all of what is possible when we continue inward home to the divine self. I also want to invite you, if today was resonant, if all of your other experiences have been resonant here with Acharya Shunya and with the sadhvis and the teachings here, I want to invite you to come to the Vedic Study Circle. You can sign up on the website. I will read you just a short excerpt. So this was writing from the website itself. The Vedic Study Circle, under the guidance of Acharya Shunya, is a pathway to self-realization. This program offers a gateway to deep spiritual learning and personal transformation through the teachings of Advaita Vedanta, nondual Vedic wisdom, drawing from Shastra, which is sacred texts, Sampradaya, spiritual lineage, and Parampara, timeless tradition. This space invites seekers to deepen their connection to the divine and realize their true nature. And this program is for people of all levels of study. All are welcome, and we would love to see you there. Is there anything that I have forgotten, Sadhvi Aparna?
Not forgotten. I think I just want to encourage everyone to pay attention to your inboxes over the next couple of days. You'll receive a follow-up email, and in that email, we will have some of these. I'll include the slides. We'll also have that Atma dance video for you to take forward into the new year. I got to sit with Sadhya Soumya for that and actually dance myself behind the scenes. You won't get to see that, but you will get to see Sadhya Soumya leading us through a beautiful Atma dance practice. And she is so gifted at helping us to connect with our body and our heart and keep moving and connecting in this. And I encourage you all to take that forward this new year. We will also make a recording of this available to you all. And I also wanted to encourage everyone as we close out the last year and we start our new year. We have no fees associated with our private programs, but your generous donations make a huge difference in availing ourselves of some of these technological wonders like Zoom Zoom meetings and Zoom meetings for larger groups, because we've now expanded beyond their basic Zoom meetings. Your money that you donate goes to help us to handle these technological needs so that we can bring this forward to more and more people. So I encourage you, if you haven't yet made a donation for the Giving Tuesday Fund, please do. It's still open, and we'll keep that open for a while. We have a fairly modest amount that we're looking for, but I know that your generous donation will support. I'd also like to encourage all of you to go to acharyashunya.com and learn more about public events. We have many teachings coming up, both Acharya Shunya through online, and then a few, now that we're opening up, there's a few more in-person ones. So be sure to go to the events page to learn about those, where you can sign up. If you haven't yet joined the Vedic Study Circle, it is the best way to receive Acharya Shunya's teachings week after week, and you have live access. A lot of these and most of these teachings are eventually going up on YouTube, but if you want to interact, ask questions, be part of a community, and then also take advantage of some other offerings that are not necessarily on YouTube, and that's some of the companion studies courses. We have community circles. We have so many kula meets with Acharya Shunya. We have so many offerings, and it's so beautiful how all of you and all of us have come together to create this light, to create this spot of wisdom and knowledge. So I encourage you to dive in this year, participate, explore your words, explore the community, participate, play, and share widely. Jai Ma. We come to a close. Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
Thank you, Sadhvi, Aparna. Okay, well, we will close out. Thank you again so much from the bottom of our hearts for being here. This has meant so much, and let's continue to stay steady and steadfast and committed to the light that we have lit this morning and today. I will lead us out if you care to join me in one Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.